Well, hey, LTD family, welcome back for another episode of the Morning Huddle. I'm Sam, and I'm so excited for the opportunity to introduce Miss Courtney to our entire LTD family. Courtney, why don't you give us a little bit of insight into who you are, what your role is here at LTD, and maybe a little bit about your background here in the hospitality industry.
Great. Well, thank you for inviting me to do this, Sam. I truly appreciate the opportunity. As Sam stated, my name is Courtney. I'm the front office manager here at the Holiday in Newport News, Hampton. I started in this industry a very long time ago, about 2006, and I started the first time with LTD in 2009. I started out as a night auditor and thought I was only going to be there a year, and here we are.
I love it. And where did you start with us? What hotel?
The Aloft.
The Aloft in Chesapeake.
The Aloft in Chesapeake.
That's
it had not even been open that long.
That's so awesome. And now you're with us at the Holiday Inn in Newport News.
Yes.
And leading the way for our front office team there and doing a tremendous job, So everyone out there, LTD family, we have a lot to learn from Ms. Courtney, and she's going to give us some great insight and add a lot of value to us over the next couple of weeks. Yes. And with that, we're going to jump into our tip number 3 from our problem resolution series here of tips. And tip number 3 is about showing empathy and really trying to understand the emotion of empathy. And one of the things that I really appreciate about this topic is the use of nonverbal cues and how we can really use nonverbal cues, both from us, but also to understand, what our guests are feeling in that moment. And then also, that validation of feelings, using words like me too, that indicate, that you feel what they're feeling in that moment. So I'm curious, Courtney, how do you use empathy, and how do you teach your team to use empathy when we're dealing with guests?
I think that's a good question. The biggest thing that I try to stress to my team is to be honest.
Yeah.
And provide that empathy. Show the guests that you understand you're a traveler just like they are. Mm-hmm. It's just today you are the person that is taking them in. And as long as you can understand where the guest is coming from as far as how they're feeling in that moment, whether it be something is wrong or something is going great. You just have to show the guests so that they can feel as though it's a genuine interaction. It's not something that is off of a script.
Yeah.
That's the biggest part for me.
I love that. I love the idea, like you said, authenticity and not feeling overly scripted, but you're in the moment with the guest and you're really identifying with how that they're feeling in that moment. And I think, using some of those nonverbal cues, that the way their posture is, or making sure that you're mirroring them or de-escalating some, if we're in those positions where people are, expressing frustration. So, I think showing empathy is so important because we've all been there. We have been there too. And it's important. And we have to remember again that, that sometimes things don't always go to plan, and we don't know what these folks have experienced on their way to us. And so, showing empathy, and oftentimes people just want to be heard. They want to know that they've been heard, and just being that sounding board can just do a wonder for people. So that's our challenge for you guys this week, is to find ways to continue to show empathy to our guests and also to one another, because we're in a really stressful industry where it's a tough job that everybody is doing out there in the hotel. And so opportunities to show empathy, not just for our guests, but also showing empathy for our fellow associates and team members can just really make for a much better working environment for all of us. So what a great challenge for us this week, Courtney. Thank you for your insights into that. And then moving on from that, I also wanted to highlight or take an opportunity to highlight what tremendous guest service can do. So actually representing your hotel today, Holiday Inn Newport News, wanted to highlight this beautiful plaque that we received, framed photo from a fighter wing group from the United States Air Force based out of Joint Base Langley, Eustis, that was in-house at the Holiday Inn Newport News for over 90 days. I think it was close to 70 of them in-house for 90 days. And you really became their home away from home. And, you know, when a group goes above and beyond to show their gratitude for such excellence in service, it's worth highlighting, especially people who are serving our country, and to make such a tremendous impact on them, making sure that they're safe and they're comfortable, and that they can go to work and they're fresh and they have everything that they need. That means everything. And I just want to congratulate the team there at the Holiday Inn Newport News and thank them, you know, on behalf of Amy and the sales team there, for providing such excellent service, because it certainly makes the sales team's job a lot easier to be able to go out and get more groups like that, which we would love to have. So thank you, Holiday Inn Newport News team. We are so thankful for you. And Courtney, you were a big part of that effort. Thank you very much. And then moving on to some more celebrations. Last week we had dogs, and this week we have fun kitties. So we're going to share some birthdays, and that starts with July 16th. James, happy birthday from the Spring Hill Suites Chesapeake. Happy birthday.
All right, and we want to give a big happy birthday to Derek and Victoria. Derek is from the Holiday Inn Express, and Victoria is from the Delta.
Happy birthday, guys. And then July 17th, we have Shirley at the Residence Inn Chesapeake and Ebony at the Spring Hill Suites Norfolk. Happy birthday.
And then we have Miss Patrice at the Delta. The Delta has a lot of birthdays.
July 18th, happy birthday. I'm loving these photos off to the side. If you guys are watching these fun cats, it says Forever Young. So it's super fun. July 19th, Jackie Martinez at the LTD corporate office and Miss Tawana at the Element Hampton. Happy birthday. And now we're on to our work anniversaries. So we get to celebrate some work anniversaries with you guys. And we'll start with July 16th. We have Miss Tamika, 2 years at the Residence Inn Chesapeake.
And then on July 17th, we have Bobby, who's celebrating 1 year at the Element.
Awesome. And then on the 18th, we have Michael, 2 years at your very own Holiday Inn Newport News.
And then on July 19th, we have Miss Kate, who's celebrating 7 years at Chesapeake Hotels. We have Shanita, who is doing 12 years at the Aloft. That is amazing.
Yes.
And then we have Erin, 3 years at the Doubletree.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for many, many years of faithful service there, both Kate, Shanita, and Erin. Thank you. And then July 21st, we have Paul, 1 year at the Doubletree, Columbia. Thank you so much. And I believe that brings us to our star player of the week. And we are so excited to announce Ms. Sheila Hill, our laundry attendant at the Residence Inn Chesapeake. You are our star player of the week.
Congratulations, Miss Sheila. So Sheila has been a valued member of the LTD, for over 16 years. Every day, Sheila arrives at work with a smile and a positive attitude. Although her efforts are not always visible to our guests, working back of house, Sheila plays a critical role in our operations. Sheila ensures that towels and linen are cleaned promptly and thoroughly, ensuring guests have fresh and clean linens during their stay. Sheila's behind-the-scenes contributions are vital to maintaining the high standards of cleanliness and comfort that our guests expect and appreciate. Sheila's hard work and dedication to the Residence Inn Chesapeake is truly inspiring, and that was submitted by Shane.
Awesome. He is nailed it, right? Even though
Yes.
not always guest facing, so critical to making sure that the guest experience is excellent. And we all know the important role that Ms. Sheila is playing to make sure that everything is running so smoothly at the residence in Chesapeake. And 16 years of service, of faithful service, does not go unnoticed, Ms. Sheila. And we are so thankful for you, and we are so thankful for everything you do to serve our guests and to serve our team at the residence in Chesapeake. And for that, a $50 gift card is coming your way. So with that, Shane, thank you so much for taking the time to nominate. And for those of you out there, we would love to hear from you. You can direct message us via Break Room now. And then you can also message us via email. We would love to hear from you and hear how you want to highlight one of your team members for their excellence and really living out the LTD values. And then with that, Courtney, we'll go ahead and close us out. So let's lean in and get
better together.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. You have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
See you next week. Bye-bye.